How's it going, everybody? I want to interject something real quick. I'm actually shooting this at the end of the episode to introduce myself and my family. We are a family of 6 who moved to the family farm that we bought from my family, and we are fixing up a 120-year-old farmhouse. And today I'm going to go and show you a little bit of what we've been working on and what we still need to do.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life.
I had these huge plans today to make this episode, and I've been super busy lately with a bunch of different things. So I was going to make this episode basically all about how we have been renovating our farmhouse debt-free, and how we've been trying to build this homestead here debt-free, and just kind of give you an update on the house and kind of show you what we're currently working on and what we need to do next. The only problem is it started snowing like crazy, and I have waited as long as I can wait. So I'm shooting this with a GoPro. Hopefully the sound is okay, the audio is okay. Anyway, I am going to get into this real quick. I'm going to show you what we have gotten done so far and what we still need to do, and sort of like what's the next project. So I'm going to get on that right now. All right, first things first. This is the one side of the house that is nearly complete. And this took me way longer than I had planned, actually. I really like how the cedar shake turned out. It's actually cedar siding shingles, not actually a thick shake, but I really like how it turned out, but it took me way longer than I had planned to do. My dad and I worked on that for, gosh, probably 2 or 3 weeks of with everything we had to do. Now, on the lower part of the siding, what I ended up doing is kind of doing a modified like batten seam. But instead of making the wood part that covers the seam on the exterior, on the front of the board, I actually put them on the back of the board, which I think it's really cool how that turned out. That we ended up doing with oak. No real reason we did it with oak other than I have a bunch of oak. So the only thing left to do here on this side of the house is eventually we are going to probably put some sort of protective coat on the oak and the cedar, but we're kind of going to let it weather a little bit and see how it ends up turning out. But the only thing left to do on this side of the house is I have to paint the door, and I need to put in a door handle on that door. We need to paint the trim, and then this side of the house is kind of done. So the other thing that we have done everywhere now is we got all of the windows in. So that's really cool. This window's a really big one that we got at the Restore, which I've talked about before. But we got a Habitat for Humanity's Restore. I think it's an Anderson window. It was brand new, and I think we spent like $160 on it or something. It was a steal. It's not like one of the really expensive windows, but it's probably like close to $1,000 window. So it's pretty cool. Now going to the back side of the house, you can see this isn't done at all. We just have tar paper up. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why did we put up tar paper? Well, the answer is it was tar paper underneath here originally, and that was put there 70 years ago. And when we pulled off the siding, it was still perfectly fine. This house has never had mold issues inside. It's never had any sort of, issues with moisture getting locked anywhere. It's always been great. So I stuck with what's worked for the last 70 years. I figure if it worked for previous 70 years, it'll work for another 70 years. So this backside is just tar papered. We do have siding for it, and I just haven't had a chance this winter to put it up. March, hopefully we'll get some days up in the 40s. If I can get a couple of days where it's up in the 40s, might not happen till April, but either way, if I can get a couple days where it's up in the 40s, I'll go ahead and get this in. But yeah, another Andersen window. They're not all Andersen windows. This is actually a really high quality window. I'm really happy with the windows we have. The old windows that were in the house, just air would come through them. These are locked off. It's great. Man, it is coming down. This snow is crazy. I didn't even know this was going to happen. Just kind of caught us off guard. So this is the garage. The garage we're actually going to be turning into a summer kitchen, which will be really cool. So this entire spot here, this is all going to get opened up. It's going to be screened in. So in the summertime, it'll be a screened in porch, and it'll just be a big gathering area / we're going to have a wood cook stove out here so that we can cook in the summertime with wood. And it's kind of going to be like Doug and Stacy's. When we went and saw Doug and Stacy, I was really impressed by their summer kitchen area. So we're going to be doing the same thing in our garage. Right now it's just a carport anyway. So that's a summer project. Here's the TARDIS, the RV, the TARDIS, the trailer thing. That thing, like, that really helped us out this year. We lived in there for 6 months while we were working on getting the house so that we could move in. It worked really, really well. I'm really happy with it. I think we're actually going to sell it here this spring. But so behind me, this is the front of the garage, or we used to call it the carport. It wasn't never really a garage. It was just kind of something you pulled your car into. It had open ends. Here, I put an office in here when I was, I don't know, right after Sarah and I got married. Before we moved away, I had started building an office. So that's going on. That's 18 years ago now. I built this, and we're just tearing this out. So this is all going to get torn out, new roof, screened in area. And then what I want to do is I want to get storm windows and put them basically where the screens are, have it so we can put storm windows in the winter, so we can kind of warm it up there and still use it to cook in the wintertime. This is the one part of the carport that we are currently still using. And we've just had firewood for the most part in here. You'll have to forgive me if the audio or the video quality isn't really good. This is my GoPro, but my regular camera can't get wet, and this snow is melting and getting everything wet. So sorry about that. But yeah, we've just been using it to store firewood. You can see Lawrence's mess. Leaves his bike sitting here. And what else did Lawrence have here? More messy stuff. That was supposed to go in the garbage. Children. This here is all of our trim. This is all the trim pieces for this is like J channel and stuff for the siding. So the siding we're going to be putting up on the house on that side is this stuff right here. It's metal siding. So I had it cut for the height, so we shouldn't have to cut it or anything. It'll go right up. And yeah, we're going to get to that again as soon as it warms up. This side here we'll eventually redo when we redo the garage and we turn it into the summer kitchen. Right behind me here, this is another part of siding that's not done. I just didn't get to it before winter, so this will have to all get patched up, and we might have to replace some OSB come springtime. We also need to, you can see up on the side there above the carport / garage, we're going to be redoing that all in cedar. So because we don't have full insulation in the house, we've had some ice dams happening. And yeah, it is what it is. They haven't really backed up into the house, so that's been good. We put a new metal roof on. That's gone really, really well. And these are all new windows here, so that's cool. The siding here I think looks really great. And we have to replace the fascia and the soffits up there. That's gonna all have to be redone. I'll probably wait till spring to do that. I don't know if you can see it up there, but that is a new chimney we put in. So I did part of the work, and I had an Amish guy who helped out with the roof. Freddie came out and helped with that. So he and I put that in. That all worked really well. This door right here is our front entry door. This is going to be replaced. So this is another piece of siding that's undone, or not done. So you can see I have a hole in the door right there. That actually is our power for the house. So it's running out just a cable, and it goes out and plugs into the box out there. We ended up having to do that because we needed to move in before we could get enough done to pull the electrical permit to get the electrical done. The whole idea behind the house is to try to go with sort of a, I don't know, industrial farmhouse. So for the last 5 or 6 years that we've been thinking about fixing this up, that's kind of the style I wanted to go with, is this, which I guess is now a thing, but industrial farmhouse. Basically concrete, stone, wood. That's kind of the vibe. So we are going to be using conduit for all the electrical in the house. Anyway, I'm getting really cold out here, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you guys around inside. And I'm going to clean off my beard. I just realized I am like covered in snow right now. I really had no idea till right now. All right, I'm going to go in. Why don't you come along with me, and I'm going to show you around inside. All right, can you believe that? 1 month has passed. I tried, but it didn't work, and I'm feeling frisky today. I'm gonna get this video done. There's nothing that's going to stop me. We're wrapping it up right now. I am standing right now in our hallway that enters from where I was just a few seconds ago in the last segment. In the hallway, what needs to be done? Well, it's really simple. I need to put up some sheetrock here. I need to put up some sheetrock up there. And I need to do a little bit of insulation on the far wall, and then get the sheetrock up on the far wall. And then obviously, I'm not going over anything for like finishing. I've fully accepted at this point that this is a 2-year plan to get this all done, especially with living in here. I've accepted it. You should accept it. You walk in from the hallway. You are in what will be our living room. Food storage in here, our wood stove, pantry, wood stove. The chimney that you saw is right there. That goes, if I can, this is hard to do, goes up the chimney that you saw outside. Oh, and then we have our TV, which is right here. And then we have our bed, which is a bit of a mess. So the living room right now is part pantry, part wood stove area, part wood storage area, television area, computer for the kids area, and Sarah and my bed. That's what's in the living room. So what needs to be done in here? Well, we need to get the rest of the Durock up here. This is 3/4 inch plywood. We are a safe distance away from the wall with the pipe, so don't worry about that. I worried about it enough for both of us. I need to get the Durock up, and then we are eventually going to be putting up stone on the wall there. I'll be happy when the Durock's up. It'll be like kind of finished. Sheetrock that needs to be put up, just a couple places here. This is a doorway into the currently unheated portion of the house, or moderately heated. That'll eventually go, it's a hallway that'll go into the pantry. I'll show you that in a second. And I need to get sheetrock up on this wall here. And there are a couple of studs that need to go in for that to all work. This is gonna look horrible, but this wall right behind me has a couple of insulation spots that need to be done, and then sheetrock. So basically a couple things of insulation, some Durock and sheetrock, and then this is temporarily good enough. This is currently my office space. This will be Lawrence's bedroom. In this room we have to finish some insulation. I have to spray the seams so that we make this airtight. So each of these is basically polyiso foam board. I put them in place with little pieces of wood that are then nailed into the studs. And anyway, so I need to insulate all around them. And then I need to sheetrock that entire room. So, on to the next room. See, I'm getting through this. Bang, 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 just making it happen. Making it happen. Okay, so, yep, TV, you know. You can kind of not see over there. That is the wood stove and the firewood. Bedroom. To this side of the room is the kids' bedroom. I'm gonna do the basic taping and mudding, but we're not actually gonna be finishing the sheetrock in probably many of these rooms. We're gonna be putting up, what the heck is that called? I can think of every other thing. Car siding, I got that down. Lap siding, got that down. Batten siding, I can figure that out. What in the world am I thinking of? You know what I'm talking about? What am I talking about? Like, sometimes I'm brain dead, apparently right now. Anyway, so this is the kids' bedroom. This is where they're all sleeping right now. Lawrence up top, girls on the bottom. Girls are sharing a bunk. And it is basically done outside of a couple of things. Nothing really mentioned. So this place is done.
I thought you were gonna let me clean first.
Clean? Yeah, I just got frisky and decided I'm getting it done.
Yeah, it's a mess. We apparently have a problem with the extension cord.
Which one?
He said...
I think we're pretty good at this point. You have a feeling of what we're doing here. Now I know what you're saying. How could you live in this? It's surprisingly easy. We were living in that RV for so long that this seems like we have a ton of space, even though we don't have a lot of space. Okay, on to the next part of the house, which is the temporary kitchen. All right, wood stove behind me. Yeah.
How long is this one?
And this is the story of my life. It has been difficult to get anything done. Interruptions. Sometimes I feel crazy. Sometimes I feel a little frisky. Today is one of those days where I'm both those things at the same time. Just saying. Okay, so behind me, stove, wood stove, which has been great. We have that the Fisher wood stove. It's been amazing. And so right to this side, this is a pocket door that's going into my office, which is right on the other side. We'll go show you that in a second. Anyway, right here is a doorway. There's a curtain. There's a curtain. The curtain will make more sense in a second. And so you come through. This is very under construction, but we needed the extra space. We originally had the kitchen in the hallway there, which was, we couldn't really use the door and it was really tight space. So now we have kitchen right behind me here. And we have a little bench here behind me. And that's basically our kitchen space. We have cooked all winter on the wood stove. And it's been actually really great. So we don't have any cook space in here. I don't want to show you too much in here because we are going to be doing an episode how we're turning this into a temporary kitchen. Right over here on the other side of the sort of where our kitchen is, we have a toilet. There will be a wall, a little temporary wall here, but we have a toilet, which right now it's completely off grid. So we basically gravity feed water into the toilet right now, though that's all going to change really soon too. We have all of the well and everything is getting rehabbed. Now that it's starting to get a little warmer outside, I should be able to work on it, and we're going to have running water really soon, which will be just great because we've been having to transfer water all winter, which isn't the end of the world, but it's still, you know, a couple times a week we have to go get water, which is not fun. Behind me, way back there, is going to be our bedroom. We'll go through all of this later. This will be our temporary kitchen and temporary bathroom. Eventually, this is going to be split into all bathroom and master bedroom. Okay, through the door. Through the door, through the door. By door, I mean temporary drape. Our water tank is over here, and surprisingly, we only had things freeze up once or twice, and we were able to just set a heater under it, and it thawed out and we were fine. Anyway, this is... What's going on?
So if the end of it looks like it's totally fried.
It's fried. Which end? Okay, I am committed to get it done. I'm gonna get this episode done. I'm even gonna get it edited today, and I'm gonna get it out to you. I am committed. It is going to happen. I will not let anything stand in my way. I was gonna say, this hallway right here, up against this wall, this is a little over it's 4.5 feet wide hallway, and we are gonna be doing a pantry on this whole wall. It's probably, this room's about 20 feet long, so the pantry is gonna be about 16 feet long. It'll go all the way up to the ceiling. It's gonna be great. Right here behind me is going to be my office. What's up, buddy? You guys wanna see August? Can you wave? There you go, good job. I just realized I had this in like the narrowest zoom of it. So now it's more wide angle, you can see more. So tarp, office will be here. This right here, this will be our utility room, and then our laundry will be a section right here. This stud wall will get removed and pushed into the office a little bit. And so that's gonna be there. Over to my right here, this will be dining room here, and then kitchen over there. It's gonna be kind of like a galley kitchen, except there'll be a U on the one end, so it won't be a true galley where you walk in and like through it. So it'll be like a U galley. I'm making that up, Sarah. A U galley. Yeah. So now we are headed back outdoors. This is back out to the garage, which you've already been in. Did I go into great details? No, not really. Did I give you a decent outline of like what we need to do? I hope so. We're gonna be going into much more depth on each project in the next few months here, and then throughout the summer as we work on these projects. We're really excited. We made it through the winter. Spring is kind of here, not really, but it's up in the 20s and 30s during the day. We had a 60-degree day, or almost 59 or something like that, which is great. We have a bunch of really cool stuff coming up here on the homestead this spring. We are gonna be doing spring planting. Seeds have already been ordered. We are building a greenhouse temporarily out of some junk I have on the property. That's gonna be really cool. We need to build a brooder because we are gonna be running chickens this year. We're gonna actually be doing meat birds. Things are about to really pick up. We are gonna share it all with you, so click subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't, and I'm excited to have you along for the ride. And until next time, we'll see you later.